Hello! So I don't really do astrology videos that much on here anymore, but I asked you guys if you want to see more tarot, more astrology, more vlogs, and you guys all said astrology. However, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I feel like all of the what this planet means for this sign videos have already been done before. I mean, like, if you guys really want to see me do videos like that, comment below and let me know if that is something that you want from me, and I will do it. I just feel like I'm nervous to do videos like that because I feel like they were more in demand like a few years ago versus maybe now, but that could just be me, like, I don't know. So just let me know if that's something that you want, like a Venus in all of the zodiac signs video, and you know, Uranus and things like that. Just let me know and I will start doing that. But if you guys don't ask me, I'm not gonna know what to do. So I am, however, going to go over the astrology of the new moon in Scorpio that takes place on November 15th. It is going to be sextile Pluto and Jupiter, and it's going to be an overall very positive new moon. I don't really see too many negative. Yeah, I don't really see anything that bad. This is actually going to be a very good new moon for like projects. I think it's going to bring a lot of like blessings if you believe in karmic astrology or manifestation. This is a good time to put your energy on new projects and new hobbies and new interests. I feel like that is going to pay off very well. So yeah, so for this new moon chart, Scorpio is in the first house, and I'm using whole house system. So if you're used to tropical or Placidus, you might feel like some of my information is different than yours. It's just because I'm calculating through whole house. And yeah, so my Scorpio risings, I will go with you first and then I'll go through the whole wheel that way. So Scorpio risings, you guys are, the first house is activated for you, and I feel like this is going to really bring up a lot of issues with self-identity, with how you see yourself. Ascendant, moon, and Mercury all in the first house in Scorpio. I feel like this is going to be a really good new moon to assert yourself, to also make some changes to like how you carry yourself, like your self-expression, your overall identity. This is also really good first new moon energy for hobbies or interests. I feel like this is a good time to really start expressing yourself better and get some points across. However, I do kind of want to caution, you have Mercury squaring Saturn, so I feel like this new moon is more about self-growth and self-development. I feel like being too vocal or too blunt with people you care about could end a bit roughly. So I think just being able to discern like what things in your life need to change, but I feel like this is more about like your creative hobbies and expressions. You have Mercury opposite Uranus, so I do feel like some of the things that you might discover or learn either about yourself or maybe you get feedback from people during this time and maybe it's not necessarily positive, or it could be something that's very like shocking. However, I do think you can use this to your advantage. I think taking things with stride and like dusting your shoulders off, as cheesy as that might sound, will be very helpful for you and for your overall development. I do think this is a very good like energy towards making new changes about yourself. So if you're gonna do anything this new moon, I would definitely say like whatever goals or hobbies that you want to start exerting, or you know, taking leadership more seriously. I think like speaking up for yourself and like expressing your own needs and like your own self-identity is really important for this full moon, new moon. Oh my god. So for Sagittarius, the second house is activated. It's of finances. You don't have any planets there, but Jupiter is going to be squaring Mars and Venus. So I would just be a bit more patient with a lot of the investments that you're planning on making, because you could be ending up in a situation where you put a lot of your like eggs in one basket. I would say be a bit more patient with big spending or big purchases right now. However, like again, this is a very harmonious new moon overall, and Jupiter is kind of blessing like the moon and in general, so I feel like big dramatic shifts or changes that you want to start taking, like whether it's within your career or maybe like within a stock market investment, is something that could do very well for you. I really just want to caution like thinking things through and not reacting so quickly that you regret something later on. For Capricorn, the third house is active of communication, siblings. You have Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn here. So I really want to caution you that you might learn some very crazy things during this new moon. However, I do think that it's stuff that's going to help encourage either stronger relationships in your life, or it's going to help you get some things off of your chest. So this new moon, I feel like, could bring a lot of healing towards things that you need to say to people, or you could even find like a compromise, like a better sense of understanding someone's perspective, even if it's different from yours. I do want to say though, you have Saturn squaring Mercury and Venus, so I feel like your point, or the point that you want to get across, could be different from what someone is trying to tell you, and I think you could bump heads. So being able to be open-minded and flexible during this time is incredibly important. I do think that if you make any changes towards communication right now, it could go very well for you. So if you have stuff on your chest that you've been holding on to, like, this is a good time to really get that message out. For Aquarius, the fourth house is activated in the home, so with the home. This kind of is a bit similar to Capricorn for me because I use traditional rulerships. So I really want to emphasize that this is a good time to clean out some baggage with your family, or communicate better with your family. If you have you know, familial goals that you want to work on, I don't know if this is like having children or getting married, or even if it's just like strengthening your bonds with your family, or like trying to smooth things over, I think this is a really good time to do that. However, again, you might have a difference of opinion or perspective with someone, so being able to be mindful of other people's perspectives, even if it doesn't fit your own narrative, is very important for this new moon. For Pisces, your fifth house is active, Neptune is also here, so this is a really good new moon for marital statuses, like strengthening your marriage, strengthening your relationship romantically. This is a good time for interacting with children. I don't know if like you're planning on starting a career in babysitting, but that could go very well for you right now. You do have Neptune here though, so I feel like it's important that you're mindful of your own limitations and what you want to invest in case you get ahead of yourself, because I do see a very like idealistic mind state for Pisces risings. However, I really want to caution that this is a very like uplifting or positive moon for creative ventures. I don't really think that money is something that you're looking for during this new moon. I don't think you're trying to start your own business. However, where you put your hobbies or your interests in are going to be very fruitful for you, both financially and emotionally. So working on your creative projects for this new moon is very, very important for Pisces risings. For Aries risings, you have Mars and Chiron in the sixth house. So staying on top of your health right now and being mindful of your own limitations with health and work is very important during this new moon. I do feel like Chiron is active, so it's going to bring up some issues about healing, about insecurities and anxieties, and I feel like you're gonna have to put that to rest. However, this is a really good sense of like energy for you that I feel like you've been kind of lacking in, especially since Mars has been retrograde for so long. I do feel like, you know, by the time that this new moon happens, we won't be in retrograde anymore, so you're gonna have like a boost of adrenaline. A lot of the projects that you've been putting off are going to be addressed. So this is a really good time to go through like that checklist of things that have been piling up in your head and start getting yourself more active towards your goals. However, again, I just want to caution not burning yourself out. Seventh house, so Taurus, you'll have Uranus in your seventh house of relationships, and I do feel like you need to be mindful of the fact that you need to be more flexible for this new moon for you to receive like the blessings and the positivity of your long-term goals. Say you're trying to work on your relationship, or you know, your goals with your relationship, you have to be accepting of perspectives and change in order for you to allow like good growth to come in. because I do feel like you're going to be more holding on to things than you need to, or you're going to be more stubborn about your perspective than you need to be. So being more open-minded and accepting of sometimes you have to see a bigger picture to get to a goal or to meet someone halfway. So just be willing of that and be mindful of that, because you might hit somewhat of a wall and you might get frustrated. However, this is a really good time to work towards what you want within your relationship. I feel like relationships in general are just going to be very positive for this new moon, and that's kind of going to be the focus for you. So being mindful of other people, despite maybe them wanting different things than you, is really important. And Gemini risings, your 8th house is going to be active, so other people's money, your relationship with other people, and how they are feeling, or how they might expect or want from you. You also have Node in here, so I feel like this is going to be a good time for you to maybe focus on starting a new business. I feel like, you know, this is a very positive chart altogether, so maybe putting your energy towards starting a new business and you know, dealing with other people's money in general might be more positive for you right now than usual. However, I do want to caution, you do have Mercury squaring Saturn and opposite Uranus, so I do feel like you might face some more responsibility, maybe more than you were expecting to have. However, I think this is a really good time for you to focus on business or doing some kind of deal with people, some kind of transaction. I think remaining flexible, because you are gonna hit a wall with like some kind of fixed energy. I don't know if someone's gonna give you some pushback, or maybe you're gonna get like some feedback about something that you've been working on that you weren't wanting to hear. However, I think like taking it in stride and using it to your advantage is going to help you get like the blessings per se out of the situation. And then for Cancer risings, your 9th house is active, and this is going to be really important for enlightenment. I think taking time to like learn something new today, picking up like a self-help book, or picking up just like a book about a topic that interests you, is going to be really fruitful for you. I think it's something that's going to give you like a very important life skill that you can benefit from. I think you're also going to get a lot of recognition or a lot of like positive feedback for your beliefs. I feel like people are going to be looking to you for some answers right now. So I feel like if you were thinking about like a public speaking venture, whether this is like YouTube or TikTok, I feel like this would be a very positive move for you, Cancer risings. So being able to use your belief system in ways that can help heal or connect with other people is really positive right now. Even if it's just like your work environment at your workplace, I feel like people are going to be wanting to look to you more for some kind of solution or resolution or feedback. And I feel like this is going to be kind of a gratifying moment for you, because I feel like people are going to be more putting you in a leadership role and respecting you for that. So yeah, so be very opinionated or very honest with sharing, or willing to share like your perspective, because people want to listen to that. And Leo risings, I'm always out of breath. Your 10th house is active, so careers and reputations. However, the midheaven isn't here because I'm using whole house. It's in the 11th house. So I do feel like people shifts with business or with what you want career-wise are going to take off. How you invest your money right now is going to really multiply. So like if you're spending it frivolously, it might multiply in a negative way. If you're spending it in ways that are productive to your future and overall to your well-being, it's going to benefit you, and it's going to show later on. You have a lot of really positive aspects with like discipline and creativity right now. So I think being productive and putting your energy towards a project, like a financial project, like an Etsy website, whatever it is, even if it's like making TikToks, I feel like whatever venture that you're putting your energy in right now is going to pay off for you. So just keep doing that. I would just be mindful of not being like procrastinative right now, because I feel like you could waste a lot of that really like positive energy that could benefit you career-wise. And then for Virgos, the midheaven is here, even though it's the 11th house of whole house signs, and This is going to be a really good time for collaborative efforts or group efforts. I feel like this is going to be a really nice opportunity for you to work with people, perhaps like online because COVID, but I feel like if being able to connect with others or engage with others is going to help you career-wise. There's some kind of promotional venture or gain for you here. You do have midheaven present in the 11th house and it's opposite Neptune, so I kind of want to just caution you to be a bit more perceptive of big business deals or business ventures, because you could be missing like some of the information, or you could be missing like the whole picture. But just putting your energy towards like connecting with others and communicating with others right now could actually do really well for you. Even if it's just like networking, like you could end up meeting someone that you might really, you know, be able to use as a business reference later on. So just like keeping that in mind, this is a really good time for business, careers, reputations, and how you're able to network or communicate yourself to people right now. And the Libra risings, you have Venus in the 12th house. So this is going to be a really good time to put creative energy towards something that you want to start doing for yourself. Like I feel like if you want to start writing a book right now, or buying like an easel and painting, like I feel like those are things that could be very therapeutic and very helpful for you. I do kind of want to caution, you might feel a little bit unproductive or a little bit like hazy with the direction that you want to go in. You have Mars opposite Venus, so I feel like keeping in mind that you're not on a time limit and being more patient with your own needs and like intuitive with what you want to do next versus like feeling like you need to do something at a specific time is important. However, I feel like despite this new moon being so positive in general, I do feel like this is going to be a bit more challenging for you, because it's supposed to kind of help you rectify or realize things that are no longer working for you. The 12th house is very like subconscious based, so I feel like a lot of your intuition, a lot of the things that you've been kind of working through for the past few weeks are really going to come up and kind of reiterate like what you no longer need to do or what you need to start doing. You could even feel some shifts with people in your life, like wanting to maybe make amends with someone or even move away from someone. However, this is something that's kind of been a long time coming, and I feel like you've been aware of this intuitively, but I think now you're really going to be faced with, okay, what do I want to do? Like, I have to make the decision. However, I don't think this is going to be a very productive or like action-packed new moon. I do feel like it's going to bring a lot of clarity for you, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be one that makes you want to be really reactive or impulsive. I feel like you're going to be a bit more patient with yourself. However, I really want to caution you to just be more patient with your own needs. You don't, like I said, you don't need to climb Mount Everest. If you need to just lay in bed all day and, you know, take care of your mental health, that's totally fine. However, this is a really good like moon for like mysticism and romanticism, so I think being able to like read a book that really like nourishes your soul, or like write a book, even if it's, you know, something that you think is embarrassing, I think those are things that could really benefit you in the long run and actually end up being something that's very fruitful for you. So just really tapping into your creativity as a form of healthy escapism to cope through like some of the things that you've been thinking about or dealing with lately are things to keep in mind. Overall, that was my new moon horoscopes for your zodiac sign. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you thought it was helpful, also give it a thumbs up. And then remember, if you want to see more videos, both either like this or where I go through like the astrology of certain planets or whatever, just leave comments down below, let me know so that I can keep doing this stuff, because if you don't, then I won't do it. And I will see you in my next video.